Since 1996, DAI has been helping Christian leaders grow. We are a fellowship of leader developers who share a common mission: to enhance the integrity and effectiveness of Christian leaders worldwide so that the church can fulfill its role in extending the kingdom of God. Annually, DAI influences the leadership practices of more than 15,000 leaders through educational programs, mentoring, and consulting. Many training programs focus on theology, but DAI develops leadership skills from a business and biblical perspective. Our Masters in Organizational Leadership addresses specific issues facing Christians serving in the majority world. As a result, leaders change their relationships and management practices. We feel God called DAI to grow effective leaders for the most critical institutions in these communities: schools, hospitals, churches, businesses, and governments. Because great leaders accomplish great things.
I was just learning on the job. I many times didn't know whether what I was doing was right or wrong. Where did that come from? For example, in the organization I work for, that organization at the time, I started a practice of Monday morning meetings to get in touch with all the team heads and know, what they achieved last week and what are the plans for this week. Where did I get that? I got that from a previous job experience where my boss then, the organization head, used to do exactly that. And I realized that there was a lot I was doing that I've just picked up. I don't know why I'm doing it. Well, it is helpful, but why do we do it this way? So I thought it would be good for me to have a proper leadership, all-round program that would help me to be a better leader and a better manager. I think the program helped me realize the value in other people. And I changed to a manager who just didn't necessarily want tasks to be achieved, which a manager needs to do, but also to realize that tasks are handled by people, and understanding and knowing those people is part of leadership and is part of good leadership. I got a security, I think, from knowing that I am gifted in some ways, but not gifted in all ways. And some of the areas, I am personally not a person who is very good with detail, with small detail. But understanding that I am not wired that way was a release for me, because I was like, why can't I do this? Why is it so easy for him? And I really can't do this. But when I understood myself and know my strengths, I've learned to surround myself with people who offset my weaknesses. And I've also learned to listen more. Again, my type does not really like criticism a lot, but I've learned that I need to do that. And as a leader, as a manager, you must do that. I think I became an empowering leader. I became a leader who, for my team, for example, there's someone in my office who also decided to do the MA program. I would come back and tell him about, I'm learning about this and I'm learning about that. And the year after I was there, he also signed up for it. So I think, and he would come and would brainstorm about how we work in the governance area where there's a lot of cynicism, a lot of corruption, a lot of, let me have my own way. And we kept saying how this is so good. If all the leaders could kind of have this, it would really transform the communities that we lead. So I think it made me a better leader. It also helped me kind of manage time. The spiritual formation classes instilled a level of discipline in my life, taught me about journaling. I had never journaled before, but now I had to journal, and I had to read books that I would never have read. I think the other great resource of the program is the books. Not the manual alone, but the program gives you access, recommends books, and does actually provide them. I think many of the leadership principles are good, and many schools teach them, but you need a reason why. For example, the concept of servant leadership. Why in our culture, a leader is usually the big boss. The leader is the one who's served. The leader is, the one who gets the most perks. So why should it be any different? The Christian perspective tells you why. Because, that's not God's way. God's way is to serve others, is to help others grow. And I've found that actually with that model, people do feel valued. They do feel like there is this is important, and they give it their all. You're able to bring out a lot more in people if you use that approach. Another reason is some of the principles. For example, the DAI program teaches about finance, ethics and finance. And again, many people, corruption is a big problem in our country. And some of the drivers are, I need more. I need to know my children are secure. Some people are sick with HIV. They're saying, I'm dying soon. I need to have a solid base. But when you just teach finance and ethics without the values base, it's not as a stronger pillar. With the values base, knowing that this is more than just the way you manage your finances, is more than just keeping money straight. It is also knowing that you're a steward of all these things. And it's not also just about you keeping money for your family. It is more than that. That gives you a bigger reason why you should try not to be corrupt. It gives you the reason why. Why should, in the midst of everyone doing wrong, should I try to do right? The idea of a leadership program with a values base gives you the why.